We've got packs and gear. We're slowly kind of moving, getting into more gear. And so like, even if we don't have it, we probably can get it. We want you to come in and feel this warmth, whether it's from the vinyl records playing or the incense in the air or this goofy basset hound licking your feet.
On any given morning, you can bet that an inquisitive basset hound named Bill Murray is keeping watch as his owners open up shop. He's become a sort of mascot for the little business in downtown Stephenville with the old Rexall drugstore sign.
The thought was, and the challenge was like, man, look at this beautiful sign out here. We've got to figure out a way to kind of do that sign justice. So like, whatever we have in here, we need to make sure it's kind of worthy of, and essentially the sign that's out there and the interest that it piques. And so we were the first Black-owned outdoor retailer in the nation.
The first?
Yeah.
Say that again.
So the first Black-owned outdoor retailer in the nation.
In the nation?
In the nation.
It's called Slim Pickens Outfitters, where owners Jahmicah and Heather Dawes keep the shelves stocked with everything from field notes to hiking boots. Started in 2017, the shop quickly gained attention for being the first Black-owned gear shop in the entire country, which meant a lot to Jahmicah because for so many years, the great outdoors was somewhere he never felt welcome.
Both my dad and my mom were in the Scouts. Well, when we're in there, that was the first time that I can remember experiencing racism. And so like when I did, the Boy Scouts. So I assigned and assumed that like the Boy Scouts as well as the outdoors, like that must be the mindset here. And really I think ultimately it wasn't safe. And it wasn't until I came here to Tarleton and had a group of friends that knew me well enough to like, when I had my excuse ready, they were like, oh, well, yeah, I already packed up that extra bike for you. Like, yeah, I brought another mountain bike from my parents' house and, I already have it set up. And so I was like, oh, well, now I feel like a jerk if I say no. And so we feel responsible with continuing trying to change that narrative of, Black people don't camp, Black people don't really kind of get outside. I think it's by sharing my story. My personal testimony. We always kind of say that here in the shop, like, a testimony is better than a sales pitch all the time.
Let me hit this head on. One of the reasons you and I are sitting here talking right now is because one of our producers, Quentin Blackwell, over there,
right on, yeah,
told me about you, about your shop, about your story.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, okay, a lot of people have shops like that.
Right.
What's the story, Quentin? And he goes, well, Black people don't get out and camp and stuff as much. And I went, of course they do. Because he comes from a family that they go on, their entire family goes on a camping trip every year. They do all these outdoor things together. Stupid me, I didn't know that. Is that a thing that?
It is a thing. It is a thing that like, it's a thing kind of in joking and then kind of said in jest. Like, oh yeah, Black people don't do that. And some of that has some historical implications. Black people, especially in the South, work so hard to actually get in a house that like, why would someone for recreational purposes want to just go out and sleep outside? But the reality and historical truth is that like, something that like we say that we're doing is like, we are not just like getting people outdoors, we are reconnecting them back to the outdoors. Because historically, if you see it, like when we talk about kind of manual labor, like that was predominantly had by like people of color. So like it was the fact that like Black people cultivated the land. Hispanic and Asian people did fish and were good at it and all these other things. And so my wife has this kind of saying of unkept gates. There don't need to be any gatekeepers in the outdoors.
Oh, did you see that one go down?
The Dawes say the mission of their shop isn't to necessarily sell equipment, but to use their platform to help diversify the outdoors and change the narrative for people of color. Because although he spent years not feeling safe outdoors,
That's really cool. Ducks usually don't get that close.
Jahmicah says that now there is nowhere else he'd rather be.
Say bye, duck.
Bye.
Can you wave at him?
Say thanks for your time.
When you are just away from work and enjoying, however you're enjoying the outdoors, how does it make you feel? What's it do for your soul?
Oh man, it's liberating. So the church my mom grew up in, they used to end every service with this benediction hymn. There's a sweet spirit in this place, and I know that it's the presence of the Lord. And so when I'm fortunate enough to get to the water, I just start humming that.
So how does this go now? You tell me the words again.
Yeah, so there's a sweet spirit in this place, and I know that it's the Spirit of the Lord is how it goes. So.
Where did you just go?
So this morning, I got to be with my family on the trail, this multi-purpose trail here, and just seeing my sons walk along. There was a moment that I was walking with Bill Murray here, and I looked back, and Heather was bent by. Turns out it was a spider web, and she was saying something, and just she had the boys' just captive attention. And so I just got to just see that and witness that and take a mental picture. So I went back to that mental picture.
Have to make a new house web?
Yeah, they make new webs every day.
The wilderness has a way of being captivating, vast, and beautiful. But Jahmicah says that for lots of people, it can also feel uninviting. That's what he's here to change, not by selling camping supplies or fishing gear, but by sharing his story and showing that if you just give it a chance, nature will nurture your soul.
This is a thing for anyone and everyone. There's not an age requirement. There's not a race quota or a gender amount that we're trying to check off. It's just trying to invite as many people out so we could learn about these things, so that we can be captivated by these things and our affections stirred in such a way that we want to preserve it for the next generation. So here at the shop and the things that we do, we kind of try to push against this term of traditional, just kind of outdoors. It's whatever gets you out. If you want to go read a book under a tree, let's go do it. Let's just feel the grass, between your toes. Feel the breeze on your face. And if that lulls you to sleep, amen. You'll start to kind of understand, because you'll start to have that own personal relationship. You'll start to kind of be captivated in your own personal way, and I think in a way that is just undeniable, and that is truly a testimony, and it's not a sales pitch. See it? Oh, did you see it?
Oh, look at that.
You see it running?
Yeah.
You see that? You see the white tail?
Thanks for hopping in and traveling with us. Now click the subscribe button for more videos like the one you just saw.